Welcome to our exercise program. This is again one of those days that I've stood 12 hours, over 12 hours at my bakery job. Um, I'm back home, obviously. I want to talk about and work on leg circulation. I did the classic thing that many people do. Either we stand all day and we don't elevate our feet, or we say we're resting and we sit and our feet are down. I have normal circulation, but do you see those marks on my leg? What's happens no matter what is fluid will pool down. If you have the good capillaries and the veins, to lift the blood off the area, it's okay. Once you start getting the swelling, the edema in your leg, or if you wear socks that have a band, it just goes down and down and down. The swelling will get stuck there. So today's exercise routine, did you just notice I sat up straight because I could just see everybody saying, what are you doing? Today's exercise, we're gonna sit in the chair, we're gonna stretch, we're gonna teach circulation, but I came down lower just mainly so you know that sitting on a chair with your knees bent and your feet touching the ground or dangling is not helping the circulation. You need your feet, it would be best to have them elevated high. If not, at least if you could get the crease out from your knee by getting it straight in somewhere. So at least you have a little bit so you think of the flow coming up. If it's down like this, it's getting caught in this whole knee crease area. And there's a lot of space in the knee crease area for swelling to sit. We have a big gap there. There's our kneecap or knee, and we usually ice even just the top of your knee. The back is where most of the swelling and the pain starts from. So come with me and let's do a little. We could start though by breathing. Breathing wouldn't kill us, will it? I want to make sure that I don't yell. So we're going to keep the music kind of low. Sit up nice and tall. Really just over accentuate the height. I've gotten better, I think, at work, walking around, showing that I'm proud of the store. The shirt that has a 4-button collar. So if I lean down like this, even though I have 3 of the 4 buttons, you could kind of see a gap. So I stand up, but even just sitting here, really over accentuate the openness here. Belly into spine though, we don't want the arch coming from your low back. Lift your toes up and then slowly go down outside to the big toe. Lift your feet, your arches, your inner arches, but still connect your big toes to the ground and then relax. We're gonna do a few toe crunches following the elevation of the inner arch and then back down. Let's use the muscles in our feet to add circulation. The toe muscles actually many of them start from way up here. So if we could get that going, and let's go again. A lot of times what I tell my patients to do is to try to grab marbles, wadded paper, whatever, to really build up those muscles and help with your circulation. Let's keep our heels now on the ground and wish your feet out and then back in. We're going to try to keep our knees straight in front and just using the rotation of your shin bones out and in. I'm working on out to middle. When I said in, out to middle. We'll do the other way soon. Lift your feet off the ground intentionally, the front of your feet, keeping your heels on the ground. We want to build up the circulation here, but there's also in this little pocket lots of blood supply and nerve that we need to work on too. A lot of times also as we get older, our calf muscles behind you get tight. And so we start to walk almost like we're in a high heel and we drag that toe on the ground. Some people think it's some huge condition and it's tightness of the calf. Let's stop after the next one and back. So take our heels now, still lift and try to get our toes toward each other and back. This is, be cautious of this one. This one can almost be like that twisted ankle. So we just really want just nice and little. Do you feel how much strain? Yeah. And let's stop that. Keep your feet on the ground. You don't have to turn, I'm just turning. Keep your toes now on the ground and see if you can lift your heels, lift the ball of your foot and come up onto your toes and then back down. Heel, toe, ball of foot, down. Sit up tall, lift your pelvic floor muscles, your elevator muscles up. We'll go the other foot after. It might be hard to do it precisely if you're thinking of 2 feet. It's hard work, isn't it? We're gonna swap in 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm gonna turn, hopefully you're not turning around either, or with me. So sit up nice and tall, firm, shoulders away from ears, down your back. You're gonna lift the heel of the other foot, your ball of your foot, and then up on your toes. I had to bring my foot back in because this foot apparently doesn't have the motion that the other foot had. So if you're not able to articulate all those motions, then bring your foot underneath your knee a little bit more. This would be good for office workers to do that are sitting all day. My seniors, anybody that primarily sits or in a wheelchair, if your legs do have the movement, but just not the endurance or the strength to hold you up or your balance, this would be perfect. For those that don't have movement in your legs, there's not a whole lot of excuse if you could use your arms too. For those that need to use their arms though, pull your shoulders down, right? I don't like, I'm able-bodied, so I'm gonna say this respectfully. I worry about my wheelchair users. I am afraid that you're gonna burn out your shoulders and your shoulder muscles and then you can't get around at all. So really watch your posture, please, with everything. I cringe and I know I've been yelled at. I feel disrespectful as a physical therapist to my wheelchair bound that use their arms all the time. I just have that fear. And come back down. We've done 9 billion of those. Let's either cross the leg over or hold it. I'm gonna cross just because 12 hours. 12 hours is 12 hours. And let's do ankle circles with 1. Crossing your legs incidentally in a resting pattern can make your pelvis lopsided. And if that sits funny, then the base of your spine's sitting funny, and it shoots up that all the way up to your neck. So if you're getting headaches and you don't know why, think about, are you crossing your legs? Are you sitting equally on the chair? Let's go the other direction. This seems more work than when we're boxing it out. Let's change in 4, 3, 2, 1. Swap legs with me. Around one direction. Sitting nice and tall. Elevator lifted. Belly into spine. You could take a moment to smile. Don't concentrate so hard. A lady yelled at us today at the grocery store. We must have sold I can't even figure how many the bakers, maybe like 6 dozen chocolate dipped strawberries. We opened at 7:30 this morning. At 5:45, it swapped the other way. Tonight, we had 1 strawberry left, and she was very angry. And so she wanted my salesperson friend and me, that's all we are, and just to make some more for her. Well, yikes. I don't know where the chocolate chips in the microwave. Plus, I would just eat all the chocolate and I'd hand her the strawberries. Anyhow, she was a little fussy. Let's put that leg down. Let's get some circulation into our thigh. Sitting nice and tall, back in your chair. Lift your one foot, the toes towards your shin bone or towards your head, and then straighten your knee. Holding it there, you can use your hand if you need to. Flex and point your toes. It should feel different because you should feel the stretch in your calf muscle. You should feel it all the way down your thigh, possibly, if you're sitting up tall. If you're not feeling any of a stretch, congratulations. I was thinking tighten your belly button, make sure that you're not in a recliner position and sitting back. Oh, now I remember. If you're not feeling it, hinge forward at the hips and lean forward too. Good. Let's change in 4, 3, 2, 1. I was enjoying the music, forgot my brain. Other leg. Let's lift it up. Oh, no, excuse me. Put it back down. We're flexing our foot toward our head and then lifting the whole leg up. Do you feel how that works? That's like that sciatic nerve. We're tightening it and then releasing it. Sit up taller than I am, please. There we go. Flex and point. My legs are feeling awake now. I hope yours are too. This is a good thing to do if you have the restless leg syndrome, where in the nighttime all of a sudden your legs jump. It often shows that if you do some stretching activities before bed, that would help. Also, if you look up your nutrition, I'm not a doctor, so I'm not going to tell you what kinds of foods will help. But you could search it online. You could call your physician. They also give medicine for it too. And let's lower in 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that down. Come to the edge of your chair. Drop one leg down. Kind of behind you. The goal that I'm not possessing right now at all would be your knee is pushed further enough behind that your hip and your knee are lined up in your shoulder. I am not trusting. I'm gonna hold the countertop too. My brother's chair that I stole is getting a little weaker. So we're gonna just stay here. If you don't feel a stretch in the front of your thigh, tighten your stomach muscles more, belly into spine. If you're still not feeling it, I don't know how you're gonna do this, but you can lift your foot, you can bend your knee more and lift it up towards your behind. So I think if I wasn't holding on or if I was more flexible, I would be a little spunkier. Maybe put a belt on my shin and wrap it around here and then grab, and that could help bend. Good. And we're going to hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on, back up. Swap legs. Go the other side with me. So this is a little harder. If the chair collapses this way, there goes the mirrors. So the goal again is knee under hip, staying upright. It's funny how the chair is going to hold better on this way. That's what I should ask for Mother's Day, if they'll wood glue my chair while I'm at work tomorrow. I think that's a good gift, huh? They might put tacks in it, so I sit on a tack. I better rethink that one. Okay, belly into spine, lift your elevator parts. If you're not feeling the stretch, then you can either tighten up more your stomach muscles, or you can take that belt, wrap it around your shin, and then use your arms and pull it up behind you, the belt, and come on back in. How are you feeling? I hope well. You could cross the leg now here, here, or here. I'm going to cross this way this time. I'd like to, oh, if you have that recent total hip replacement, I do what your doctor says. Crossing is not always the key to everybody's life. But for me, I'm going to sit nice and tall. I'm feeling a stretch already in my behind. If you're not feeling the stretch, you can bring your knee higher up towards your opposite shoulder, or you could lean forward a little bit, hinging at the hip, belly into spine. Good. Staying in this position, let's take our opposite shoulder and forward. So I have the opposite arm coming across that thigh. Let's get a nice gentle trunk stretch into. You could look where your shoulders are, you could look behind you, you could look forward. We're just going to hold for a few seconds. We're going to change it in 4, 3, 2, 1, and come on back. Other leg, cross it on over. Sit up nice and tall. Lean forward if you need to, or pull it up. This shows that our bodies are not the same side to side. We compensate, we overcompensate for the other. I'm not feeling that stretch at all. When you're standing, especially with my restless leg patients, my back patients, try to have equal weight in both legs. You know those like the teens that go like this and they have one leg, one hip, they're out to the side? A lot of us do that even as adults. Maybe we have a little bit charming personality, but we still do that. That's bad on your legs, it's bad on your spine. That also can create headaches because your head has to balance in a funny spot, closing off the blood vessels. Staying like this with our legs, take our opposite arm now and pull yourself in the direction of the crossed leg. Belly again is into spine, shoulders away from ears. Look forward, look at shoulder height, or look behind you. And just relax for a few minutes. And come on back forward. You could continue to do whatever you'd like. I did a video the other day that ended with a meditation. If you want to lay down, I'm hoping I'm giving you tools to do if you feel like doing a few of the rounds and straightens or whatever. But I personally am going to sign off. I have a beautiful tomato salad waiting for me and a family who I've ditched all day. So from my open heart to yours, namaste. Thank you.